And a very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Sunday. It's rare to be live on a Sunday, isn't it, these days? But welcome along. I hope everyone's doing very, very well here on this very wet Sunday where I am. Could be a thunderstorm moving through, so hopefully that won't be too disruptive if it does move through. But I hope everyone's doing very, very well today. We're going to be running Malamar. I've heard it's a lot of people's favourite Pokémon, so I have got a Backport all made up. Let's get those resets down to 0. We don't have 24 resets. That would be a little bit of a hindrance, wouldn't it, at the start of a run. Now, before we get into this one, I want to say there's going to be a few potential technical difficulties on this one, mostly because I have completely changed how things work back end with bits of these runs and with the overlay. So do expect some technical issues here and there. So we could be in for a bit of a wild ride with that. But if it all works well, then it's going to be an awful lot easier. Welcome in, by the way, to everybody. To Peachleaf, who says, your friend Malamar, I've heard it's a lot of people's friends. Welcome in to Jared, to Gemma Barnes, to Sunny Tapman, to Alajango, and to Malasalis and Chad Northern as well. I hope everyone is having a fantastic start to the day. Right, I say start to the day, it could be the middle of your day. I just hope you're having a fantastic day regardless, honestly. Dark Psychic, going to be an interesting type combination. But I am doing very well. A little bit flustered. Had to restart the PC about 10 minutes before stream, so I'm still getting everything just set up perfectly for the stream. So hopefully I can move. Controller's working again. That was broken a few moments ago. Do I have Mix It Up open? I do. If you're on Twitch, by the way, card pack opening is completely reworked, so it shouldn't have any of the visual issues that we had before. Anyway, that's enough yapping. We can do the rest while the challenge is going. Let's get underway. And hopefully I won't have to touch live split at all throughout the course of this one. First encounter is a Centret. Oh, I could have done with scaling that back sprite a little bit better. I'd love for Malamar to be upside down. I've forgotten to show the sprites, haven't I? We'll get to that later on. Now, we have full learn set, barring Pluck. I ran out of room in effect commands to put in Pluck's effect. So Pluck is just going to be normal hit. Fortunately, in Gen 2, that won't matter quite so much, because I believe there's only one trainer class that has the berries on, and they are Pokefans. And by the time we're battling the Pokefans, we should hopefully not have to worry about that at all. I'll plonk this Backport on the website as well after stream as well. This one, because of the memes, I made it, honestly. It was always part of the plan, but this one was fairly rushed. It's nice to see a lot of bug types as well. A lot of early game experience. And I believe we have no weaknesses in Gen 2. Welcome in, Malik. I hope you're doing well today. Let's get on with the first rival battle. See how we get on. I've given the rival the wrong Pokemon. Again, it's fine. We'll just have super effective against this one. It's a Backport. It doesn't really mean too much in the grand scheme of things. I'm not too bad, thank you, Malik. How are you? Yep, first weakness is Gen 6. Thunderstorm is getting ever closer, by the way. I can see it on the map. Hoppip, we take Hoppip. I actually think the sprites come out fairly well for this one as well. Dark resists bug. So we get the balancing out there, don't we? Now, one thing to note is we are going to be going for a slightly different timing method. So the visual time will still be the same, but the time we put on the leaderboard is going to be slightly different, because I now have some software in place that's calculating average FPS. So we are going to get the actual time as opposed to the real time which might be a minute or two different either way, depending on whether the game is running fast or slow. Just to add a little bit of consistency into the runs. Oh wait, we do have the weakness. I am talking absolute bollocks. We do have the weakness to bug. I'm thinking of Dark Ghost. I'm thinking of the old Sableye one. Why am I going to the Pokémon Center? You can tell I've been doing a lot of testing lately. Nice crit to get us started there. Although we do get crit back. Another crit. Now that might not look like anything impressive on stream, but Life Split has just auto-split for us. So that means our timing should be accurate now. I think Dark, Psychic and Ghost are a kind of a trio that are very easy to get all muddled up. I definitely did. Just waiting to get our first Psychic move as well. It's going to be incredibly handy. And at least we've got Pluck for the bugs. Did I get the Repel? I've gotten into a really bad habit of not getting that Repel. And we're getting punished hard for it this time. I'm happy with how the back sprite came out. Happy with how the front sprite came out as well, actually. Let me pause the timer. I've not shown you the front sprite. Oh, bloody hell. Like I said, technical issues, Gemma. It's because I've paused the timer, I think. I paused the timer in a place where it's not expecting. We're just going to have... These are the things we are going to have to iron out. So like I said, do expect tech issues with the timer today. The actual time will be fine. It just might lie with some splits. But if I've done it right, that split should rename itself back to Bugsy when we get there. It's just going to be slight changes here and there. Didn't want to encounter this guy. I don't know why, but I'm finding it very hard not to swear this afternoon. Yeah, so our only big weakness is that 4 times to bug, because Fairy's not in this game. Pluck, yes please. We're actually running as a bit of a pseudo-flying type at the moment as well. I had to actually physically go upside down. So, before stream, I hung from the ceiling. And that turned our Inkay into Malamar. But I thought best to get it evolving before stream, because you don't want to hear me crash into the floor afterwards. Inkay is actually in this one. I'll show you the Inkay sprite if I remember at the very end. Expect more lies from the splits as we pause the time to catch the HM friends in a moment, by the way. I'm going to rework the back end for the HM friends so that we just do it in live streams as channel members. There's our Psyduck. No, we don't want to kill the Paris. Goodness me. I'm not actually sure how it would work on a 3DS emulator. Not that any 3DS emulators exist. Hint, hint, Game Freak. Hint, hints, Nintendo. There we go. Let's unpause the timer. Get ourselves into Slowpoke well. That Falconer, by the way, should rename itself to Bugsy after the Bugsy badge. And it should automatically then detect that Whitney should be our next gym leader. It's all fancy stuff that is inevitably not going to work first try. Ooh, that Leech Life did a lot of damage there. Fury Cutter might hurt from Bugsy. Welcome in, Dan W. I hope you've had a fantastic week. I am doing very well, thank you. Managed to get some sleep last night for once. Galarian Yamask's Evo method feels like something you'd see in the school playground, doesn't it? But how are you, Dan? I hope you're doing very, very well today. Let us leave here. That's something about taking a specific amount of damage, isn't it? And then going under a bridge or some nonsense like that. It's the sort of thing you kind of forget until you have to evolve one. Psybeam, yes please, we'll get rid of Tackle. Tackle is useless. Honestly, staying in sounds like a good idea, especially if the weather's anything like it is around here. We are very much getting a deluge of rain today, where I am. At least 49 damage without being KO'd, and then go under a specific stone arch in the wild area. Why? Why, Game Freak? I loved that. I love the 3 walkabout evolutions, but God, they're annoying to evolve, aren't they? Ooh, that Fury Cutter hurts. Fortunately, we have Pluck. It actually works. The split's renamed itself. Welcome in, Kanbei. I hope you're doing well today. Good news on the pack opening. I should have, and I say should in big, like, bold italic capital letters, should have fixed it so that it actually works properly again now. We have Stab Psybeam. This is good. Swagger, no thank you. We can get that as a TM later if we need it. I want to backport pour me at some point, actually. Electric Fighting seems like a really interesting type combination. Gimme Ghoul is the little gremlin in the chest. I've not done Contrary, no. I decided against its ability for now because, honestly, Contrary is going to be an absolute nightmare. I'm not a big fan of Golden Go myself. We don't get Headbutt today, which is very bloody annoying. It's been a while, actually, since we've had a Headbuttless run. Let's grab her, and then we should be good for HM friends. Contrary is busted. We do have Topsy-Turvy, though, which we could combine with Superpower later on. No, Gina, we don't want your number. Pluck is a really good flying type move. I'm a little bit annoyed that I couldn't fit in the whole berry thing. Why have I got Kenya? We've already got a Spearow. Goodness me. I am struggling with the new routing a little bit. I'm the same. I like having the ability to figure out everything in-game. It's ostensibly Wing Attack in this one. Not quite sure if it's better. I think Wing Attack might have 5 more power. But it's not a bad little move. Bloody Irwin there. What's our speed stat? 73. We'll get the Quickie Seed just in case. Welcome in, Georgia. I hope you're doing very, very well today. Pluck doesn't have its effect in this backport. I ran out of room. Because there are so many moves with fairly unique effects. I just completely ran out of room for Pluck's effect. Bored out of your mind at work. Hopefully work goes by fairly quickly for you. Slash, you know what, we'll get rid of Hypnosis. I could have just gone for Wing Attack then, but Malamar doesn't have wings, so it wouldn't have made quite as much sense. Welcome in, Royal Cayman. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Kanbei, if you get a moment, could you open a card pack on Switch, please? You're the one with the largest collection. So, seeing if you can do it and not break the system would be a huge help. Thank you, Georgia, as well. Well, that seems to be an improvement. It's actually displaying the correct cards now. We might be playing for crit here, you know. It's been a while since we've had the Whitney struggle. Please don't backseat. Please don't backseat. Although the answer is yes. But please don't tell me what to do or offer suggestions. It does get on my nerves a little bit. I'm not used to a good Dark-type move or Pokemon, to be fair, in Gen 2. So I kind of dismiss the Dark-type moves, honestly. Tail Whip of all things. Goodness. Also, apologies if you hear the rumbling of my tummy again. It's definitely something that is a side effect of one of my new meds. Yeah, Dark-type in Johto, what is that about? He is Gen 6, Malamar. Oh, bloody movement. I'm just very glad that this auto-splitter's working. Because that takes one bit of, like, brain power off my mind. Ooh, you got an Entei in that pack. A shiny Entei at that. Night Slash is 70, payback is 50. Thank you for the quick attack. It does get... That's alright, Green ET. I hope I didn't come across as having a go. I'm trying to... I know that sometimes I can be a little bit over the top when it comes to backseating, so I'm trying my hardest to be like, no, it doesn't piss me off as such, it just gets a little out of my groove. Malamar in Gen 2 is crazy. Have I missed the Kimono Girl? We do have rare or better and epic or better, as you've just seen, Kanbei. If you do want to get in on the card pack opening, by the way, it is available over on Twitch. Where are we going now? I've been too busy fannying about mid-game, trying to get this auto-splitter to work, that I've forgotten how to play the game. Also, the results command has been reworked. It actually works properly again now. I have such a soft spot for Corsola. With it being the first Pokemon we ever ran together on the channel. I should really bring Galarian Corsola back up to date. There's no Chikorita space on the website. God. I'll have a look at that after stream, see if I can figure out what's gone wrong there. Oh, they've just done another Malamar video. I'm happy about that. I took a gamble doing the Malamar. Because I was like, I could hold off and wait for Legend ZA to come out. Or I could do it today. So I spent most of yesterday getting this backport all created. Spent a little longer on the sprites than I otherwise probably should have done. The official Pokemon channel has been hyping up Malamar for some reason. Apparently there's something happening on Wednesday. We really are missing a flinching move at the moment. Mega is in the code base, just I need to know the base stats of the Megas in order to backport them in. We didn't teach Dig to our Parasail. Let's fix that now, and we'll give it Rock Smash at the same time. It's going to be one or the other. Either a spawn event or a Mega. I'm hoping for the Mega. A Pidgeotto, we never see any of those. I'm on my new old controller, by the way, so do expect some funky movement as I get used to this one. I managed to fix the issues I was having with it, but that means I've got a very, very weird D-pad compared to the old one. Haunter? We barely know her. Thank goodness that was only a one-turn confusion. I've liked Malamar since the start, so I'm happy Malamar is getting some love at long last. Also, if you have just come in, we are slightly changing the timing method, providing the little bit of code works. So, to make things fair for all runs going forward, I am taking an average of the FPS, in case of things like frame drops, or even the game running quickly. So the time we see is the real time, and then the time we'll put on the leaderboard is the calculated average time. Based off what it would be at 240 FPS consistently. That is if the code works. If the code doesn't work, we'll just plonk in whatever time we have. Let's take on Morty. Yeah, exactly. It's the count of frames averaged out. Didn't even need the bloody mint berry here. It is so nice not having to press any buttons to get our splits. So I've written a little bit of code that reads from GameHook when we get the badges. And in theory, we should just auto-split all the way down now. The only time I might have to manually split is in the Elite Four. Nidos are amazing for XP, and they're also very, very good Pokémon. I'm not sure if any of you have seen Snowy's video, but Snowy posted a PB, which might actually be the record for a Crystal 4x speed challenge run in general of Nidoking lately. It is one of the single most amazing runs I have ever seen. We don't learn Detect, but we'll get its TM for a little bit of money. Would have been nice if Malamar could learn Surf. That's really the only move I think we're missing. Well, having Surf would be the answer to Jasmine's Steelix. We currently don't have an answer to Steelix. I'm also very glad that Scyther's the only real bug type in the game, and it starts off with Fury Cutter, which isn't a great bug type move. It would have made sense for it to learn Surf, especially over both Thunderbolt and Flamethrower. I'm not sure if we're going to run it, by the way, but Psycho Cut is going to be running off the special attack, not the physical attack, because it's Gen 2 and Dark is special. You do have to undock the switch in order to get Malamar. It's very annoying. A crit there as well. Goodness sakes. Didn't matter in the end. We get through Morty. Not Morty, Chuck. You know what, we'll repel now. My next little challenge, by the way, is going to be finding out, or figuring out, I should say, a way to actually trade these trading cards. Times like now as well where I'm wishing I'd have gone for Hidden Power Fire, but then we wouldn't have had the answer to Jazz. To Lance and Claire, rather. Ooh, I should probably not have done that. Bloody hell. We don't have the best special attack in the world, and it is showing. A lot of these moves as well that we're learning would have been physical in Gen 4 onwards. So we really are struggling a little bit for those. I'm just going to double check something. I'm going to pause the timer. Just going to have to very quickly rebuild this. Psycho Cut hasn't been added to the critical hit move list. So I'm just going to add that now. Knew there was something I forgot. And it just came to me in a quick moment there. Shouldn't matter too much for now. But I will do a hot swap during the break. Does mean we should be running Night Slash on these Magnemite. I've heard good things about Silksong, but I've not played Hollow Knight. So I don't know if it would be for me. I'm just very glad to see they've had such a phenomenal launch. Lance's medication is Secret Potion, and he does force us to have it. I'm going to play it safe and double speak to this person in case we didn't get the password first time. The trouble with doing a run after doing a lot of like behind the scenes stuff is you kind of forget how to play the run because you're too busy faffing about doing very specific things to test if the behind the scenes coding you've done has worked. $20 for a game of that caliber these days is a steal, to be fair. Should have a full heal in here somewhere. Oh, we've got a PlayStation Network here, Barry, that'll do. It's been a very long time since I've played Colosseum, so I don't remember that part. $20? I wanted a peanut. But with $20 you can get lots of peanuts. How? Money can be exchanged for goods and services. We really are missing some good physical moves. The Fang moves are weird like that. You would think that Hyper Fang would be the half damage and Super Fang would be the other one. Yeah, Return will be here soon and not a moment too soon, honestly. Hyper Fang can flinch, I think, for someone I'm thinking of. We'll take a safety heal. I don't think we'll need it at Morty, but we could get frozen, like what happened with Zangoose the other day. And we might not have the best special attack, but as we all know, the Shelder line has not very good special defense, to put it mildly. You know what, actually? Because I'm not confident at all about Jasmine. We're going to take on some optionals in here. I believe the precedent for those chop your HP in half moves is that you will get knocked out. I think it does minimum 1 HP damage. I could be wrong, but that's what my understanding of it is. Let's take on Morty. Crit to begin with, not too shabby. Another crit there. Our attack has fallen, so we will continue using the old Night Slash. Blizzard hits, but it does not freeze. And we get Morty's badge, the Glacier badge. Topsy-Turvy reverses stat changes. We might be seeing a bit of the old secret potion soon. Everyone is Morty today. Chuck's Morty, Price is Morty. Morty's not Morty, though. Morty's Jasmine. Actually, no, that's inaccurate. Jasmine won't be a pushover. Morty was. Morty's not Rick, but we might get ourselves in a bit of a pickle here at Jazz. Parafusion is not what I'm after, really, honestly, Jasmine. If you could not do that, I would really appreciate it. I think we might be rolling for crits on this one, honestly. And once again, Iron Tail is showing that for Jasmine, it has 100% accuracy. She really is gobbling that secret potion. The good news is this should be the only really tricky battle where we just rely on luck. It's times like this where I really wish as well that the move tutor was unlocked pre-Elite Four. Because if we had Flamethrower, it would be absolutely fine. We'd just melt the Steelix for spare parts. Defense drops straight away, so she goes for nonsense. It's not even like we have Topsy-Turvy at this point. I'm not gonna commit to it, but I am gonna try Hidden Power Ice. I say I'm not gonna commit to it. I have just save stated. Because Hidden Power Ice will be neutral at the very least. If we'd have crit there, we would have won. Should have it fine. Finally, we've got it. Hidden Power Ice didn't actually matter that much in the end. But we are through what will hopefully be one of the hardest battles until Red. That means we can start making our way towards Blackthorn City. And that does also mean we're about to take our break for the stream. Yeah, I think the secret potion did start to wear off in the end there. Movement's not good enough for the boulder today, clearly. So we'll do bikeless boulder. Like a wimp. We will, however, grab the Nevermelt Ice. That'll be good for later. Grab all the bits we need in here. Fly to Blackthorn. 12 of you, thank you very much. Elixir, he barely knows her. So we'll sell that, and we'll sell our 4 nuggets. Can't sell the bike. Don't want to sell the bike either. What TMs do we have? Well, we don't have hands, so we can't learn that. Can't learn that. Don't have a tail. Can't learn Shadow Ball. Can't learn Mud Slap. Can't learn any of these TMs, so we might as well clear all of them off. Most of the Pokemon we're coming up against now are going to be special attackers. So we're just going to dump it all into our special. While we're here, we'll grab Return. And we will drop a save. Save state, rather, just in front of Nurse Joy. So we are about halfway through the challenge now. It's about this point that I do take a very, very quick break. So it's going to be a 3-minute break. Use this time, grab a snack, go to the loo, do whatever it is you like. I'll be back in about 3 minutes' time to bring this one to completion. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. I just very quickly have to order a bedsheet, so I will be about 2 minutes or so before starting the next run. Because there's not a cat in hell's chance that my sheet is getting dry by today. Yeah, they're testing the emergency alerts. I have just checked my phone and it shouldn't ping on this one. So please do bear with me about 20 seconds or so. So I'm going to need to get something on my bed to sleep. Not next weekend, but maybe the weekend after. Alright, that's all done now. Apologies for that. I realised Argos will probably be shut by the time I finish stream, so I needed to get one delivered. Thank goodness for same-day delivery. I've got stuff on next weekend, but the weekend after I might be able to stream again. Our Argos is still a standalone. One of very few standalones left at this point. Welcome in, Alex. Malamar is struggling at times, but overall not doing too badly. Thank you, Kofi Bot, for the link on Twitch. I should disable that, but effort. I know, it's ridiculous that I can get it delivered. Bugsy was actually fine, it was Jazz who was the issue. Because Fury Cutter is so weak at the beginning, we were able to scam through with Pluck. Back where I used to live, for about a week, they had both the standalone and the Sainsbury's one. The thing is, they were in visible distance from each other. So it didn't really make that much sense. We can get same day if we order early enough. I don't know if it's just me, but I always associate Spa with, like, holiday camps and not actually being a real shop. I'm going to decline Topsy-Turvy, mostly because I don't think we have the learn sets, the slot available for it. So I'm going to want to go Flamethrower and Thunderbolt later on. Might be because I did a lot of holidays at Butlins as a kid. Nice crit there on the Magnemite where we needed it the most. It would be glorious for red, it's just the build-up to red means it's probably not going to be worth holding on to for that long. Butlins is hard to describe, honestly. It's a bunch of caravans and chalets with organised entertainment inside. And I use the word entertainment loosely. So the one I went to as a kid, it did have a couple of like tiny roller coasters. We're talking probably about 20 seconds on the actual roller coaster. Had amusement arcades where you have your video games and your slot machines. Has several pubs, obviously, because it's the UK. Has a little theatre thing where they do productions. I'm overselling it, honestly, compared to what it is. It's naff. It's a cheap holiday. You used to be able to get them in one of the papers for £9 per person. I think the best way to describe it is it's somebody who has no idea what fun is. It's their idea of having fun. A Las Vegas hotel is far, far, far classier than a Butlins. There's a reason I didn't say the paper by name campaign, and that's exactly why. There's no Butlins in Prestatyn. There was a Butlins in Pwllheli that became a haven. I think it might be a Pontins in Prestatyn. Because I know the URC used to book out Skegness Butlins at Easter. Quite a few of the people I used to work with at the casino are ex-Butlins and Pontins employees too. They get a lot of red coats and blue coats there. Oh, the alarm should have gone off by now. It does mean that mine has been quiet, like I asked it to be. I am far too nervous and on edge 99% of the time to want that alarm go off. It's our we finished radio tower alarm as well. Only if you stealthily pull the alarm, so nobody knows it's you. Fashionably late for you there, Ali Django. My thing with that alert system is, if it's something that's that urgent, weather-wise, I will know. Because I keep up a lot with the weather. We get alerts through anyway for the factory that's nearby, if that goes up. And if it's something catastrophic, I don't want to know. Surprise me. Exactly, if it's something as big as that, I don't want to know. Yeah, we will learn superpower. It's 120 base power. If we run that with a bunch of special moves, we might be fine. Welcome in, Matthew. I have hopped on the Malamar trend. Good morning, Dad Jokes Kill. It's 3 PM for me. But it feels like morning. Do we need any of that? No, we don't. It'll sound for the start of Nugget Bridge. You're not wrong. Oh, I meant to put the Never Melt Ice on. This is probably a range without it. Yeah, it is. It's one of a few times where the Never Melt Ice actually changes the outcome of the battle. That'll do. We like Claire. Even though she throws a strop, she doesn't lie about her types. See, because I don't play the remakes, I don't get exposed to Claire's lies there. I'm not enthused by the new Megas, honestly. I'm not enthused by much of ZA, though, to be honest. I've kind of fallen out of love with Nintendo in general. At least modern Nintendo. I've already got that. We don't need to go there. It's fine. Probably actually take on a few of these optional extras. I'm not feeling that confident through the league. You've got a Magnemite. I'm fairly certain we can't take on Magnemite, honestly. I'm going to swap back to the Never Melt Ice. Not Never Melt Ice, the Scamulet coin after this one. Try and get as much cash money moolah as possible. Are you the Psychic? Yeah. Yeah, you are. We like the Psychic. He's free experience for us. We'll do our heal in here. We'll hope we don't get joiced. Of course we get joiced. Free XP and free money. And the money's going to come in handy. I'm going to test out something on the leaderboard as well after the league. Because I've reworked the leaderboard as well as a bunch of other stuff. So I'm going to see if my single leaderboard display does actually work as it intended. Do we learn Earthquake? No, no we don't. Would have been nice if we did. We are playing it incredibly risky here. Doing the double superpower, but it seems to have paid off. We'll heal. We'll get 4 full restores. And we'll go into the league. First league members will. Psychic Specialist leads with Xatu. This one should be easy. Range maybe on the Slowbro. We knock it out anyway. Gonna use Superpower on Jinx just to guarantee the KO. Auto-splitting is still working well as well, even through the league. Very happy to see that. Now, Koga's a poison-type specialist who does have a fortress. And we don't really have anything great for the fortress. But we get the crit. Oh, that's a range, maybe? So you're going to stall us. But the strata cornea on the skin of our teeth, we got through that. That one was more luck than judgment. Be an absolute waste of rare candies doing it there. Our special attack just needs to be 10 higher. And this would be a completely different battle. But we are joining the one-shotting Umbreon Club. So it's not all bad with this Pokemon. We outspeed the Houndoom so we can get rid of that as well. There we go. Karen being no issue at all. Nasty, nasty crit there to get us started. And the Omniboost. That's unwinnable at 11 HP there. The RNG to get both the Omniboost and a critical hit from Hyper Beam. That was mean. Although we're being mean back now. $104 on the nose for Lance. $104.16 for the Hall of Fame. The date today? It's the 7th today. So let's see, does this work? It does, but we've only got one Pokemon on the leaderboard. I do also need to fix an image on that leaderboard. But from now on in streams, we'll be able to do the midpoint leaderboard like we do in the videos. Okay, something's gone wrong here. Not quite sure what happened with the timer there. I'm going to assume it's because I have to restart the game, and I've not factored that in. We'll have to see if this auto timer holds up in Kanto. I did also forget to go to the game corner. Timer's going to be janky for the rest of the run, unfortunately. At least with showing who's upcoming. It'll be fine until we defeat Red, and then it will auto-split, but I've got a horrible feeling, you know, it's not going to say the right thing. Welcome in, Relaxo. I hope you're doing well today. It's all part of the testing experience, though. If the only thing I have to code in is some kind of, like, protection for after the league, we're doing pretty well. Also trying to wait until we get a clean level. And then I will use some of the rare candies. I just don't want to waste experience. Relaxo means Snorlax in German. Well, I think Snorlax is a very good Pokemon. We'll be seeing one very shortly. Well, we know that Whitney is not our next gym leader, but the timer seems to believe that we're starting a run from scratch. Relaxo's also a very good name for Snorlax. So, Janine's split has come up on screen. We are pretending that Janine's Whitney today. So our next gym leader is Morty. Morty is everywhere today as well. I'm going to change the clock now so I don't forget. Because we'll need that a little bit later on for the moves that we want for Red. Some things in life are inevitable, including getting Super Nerd Tommed. That's about as clean a level as we'll get. Oh, bloody hell. I've got myself so lost. We were due one where I get lost in Rock Tunnel. There we go. I'm glad you're having a good time with the runs. I really enjoy Crystal as well. It's definitely my favourite game to run, and it's also my favourite game to play. So Crystal will always be the main focus here. Enjoy your lurk, Kanbei. Kanbei is lurking just in time for Nugget Bridge. Everyone's favourite place. It was so interesting that it took them until the middle of generation to have a selectable player be both male or female. I'm very much Team Chris over Lyra. I think Chris's design is fantastic. I just really like Lyra's design in general. I also like that, because of how limited the Game Boy Color is, if you play as a female character, all your fly menus are blue, as opposed to red. One final Nugget Bridge trainer. Then we'll be out of here. I prefer gold, but then I play Gen 2 an awful lot. I'm gonna be biased. Well, we are battling the water gym now, so hopefully the fish will be attracted to what we're doing, so hopefully you'll get some fish soon. Of course, do remember to stay safe in the sun. Don't let yourself get too burnt. Could be painful in the morning. Now, we haven't done Lieutenant Surge yet, so we must remember to take him on. But we're not going to take him on quite yet. So out of all the Kantonian gym leaders, he's probably the scariest. Relaxo, this one is for you. We have a Snorlax on screen. We are going to run. We're not going to knock it out because you're in. We don't want to knock out unnecessary Snorlax in this one. We have to KO one Snorlax, but it's not through choice. So if we can minimise the harm to Snorlax as best as we can, we'll all be happy. Take on Brock next. He should be okay. He's got no special defense really on any of his mons. I think Omastar's the bulkiest special-wise, and even that goes down. Oh, we're out of Psycho Cut PP. That's fine, we'll swap to Night Slash. It does the same job. Take the heal here, seeing as we have to pop in the Pokemon Center anyway for teleport. And Blaine is our next leader. Fire-type specialist leads with Magcargo. Guarantee the one shot on that. Guarantee the one shot on the Rapidash as well. Interesting, the split didn't happen properly there. So there's definitely some work I need to do on coding the Kanto section. But the auto splitter is working mostly as intended. Dan W, that is so kind of you. Thank you so much for the 19.99 super chat. I'm very glad I've made your Sunday so much better. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and please do save your money. You've been very kind. But I never expect anybody to super chat or join the channel membership as long as we're all having fun. That really is all that matters. I'm going to take a very quick sip of drink. I'm not going to let myself get into any new games this month. I want to start getting the prereqs done again. But I might try Silk Song over on Switch later next month. So if you do want to catch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/trainersquidgy. Oh, now the auto splitter's broken. That's fine, though. We can do the rest by hand. We've only got 2 more splits to go. It is time for the Lego gym. Bloody sandstorm. It's fine, we've got rain dance. We get the crit as well, that's what we like to see. Oh, healing loot time with this. Could really go with one of those crits about now. We get burnt as well. Bloody hell. We've been really unlucky with the secondary effects in a lot of this run. Thank goodness, actually, that all of these were physical in the end. I can't remember if we got the chairman of the Pokemon fan club's candy, so I'm going to grab that very quickly. Are we close to a level? No, we're not. So there is 0 sense in us taking on any more battles until we get to red. Let's dip in, let's get the rare candy, and then we will take a trip to Goldenrod to grab some extra moves. So we will, of course, need the coin case for that. And we should have more than enough money if we can get in the door. $8,000 coins because we're going to get both Flamethrower and Thunderbolt. But we are going to need to change the day to get to the one. It's a shame we can't get Ice Beam. But we will deal with just Flamethrower and Thunderbolt. Then we will put some more vitamins in. Stick in the rare candies at the same time. We'll get back to Silver Cave, and now I've got to navigate through Silver Cave in the dark. There we go. Through the hard part. Let's see now how we get on. I've realised we could have taught Psychic this entire time. But I kind of forgot. Ooh, those wing attacks hurt. I've also noticed that we have a slight bug with Superpower. But it is only a visual bug. Superpower drops our defense, so it's not a surprise really that we're getting hit so hard. And we get crit. This could be a toughie, you know. That Blastoise crits far more often than it should do, honestly. kind of playing for the para as well, and it's not happening. It's the trouble when our offensive stats are so low, though. Right, we've got the para. That means we can KO the Zard. That's perfect. We high roll and we two-shot. Reflect isn't great. But the only thing Espeon can really hit us with is Swift. The rain has stopped, so that means we can start the fire, and we guarantee the win. 127-40. Not the best, not the worst. th place on our Unbound streaming leaderboard. Definitely could have played that one better. That is for absolute sure. But 14th place isn't the worst in the world. 1 second ahead of Hisui and Growlithe. Hisui and Arcanine, rather. Let's see, will this work now? Overall, with all of the Pokemon we've ever run, we're in 122nd place. This is the first time we've been able to see this leaderboard, actually. So I'll let it run through in full. So these are all the crystal runs we have ever done. All combined into one. There are some duplicates I need to get rid of. Like we've got double Tauros there. And I think there might be another double of something later on as well. But we have done so many runs together if you see this playthrough. 300-ish runs we have done together here on the channel. That is phenomenal. And that's just the crystal runs. 2 Pilot Swine as well, that'll be the other one. I will get those sorted. There's 2 Swellow there as well. There are a few duplicates, but that is everything we've done together here on the channel over the last 3 years. But with that, we're done for another run. It's been absolutely fantastic to be with you on a Sunday, though. Really enjoyed myself today. I hope you've all enjoyed yourself as well. I'll do a quick script at some point to figure out who we've got doubles of and remove one. Now, I will be back possibly tomorrow, if not Tuesday, for another challenge. Not quite sure what we're doing yet. It will be something to do with Pokemon Crystal, but quite who has to be decided. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. no matter what time it is for you. Of course, a big thank you to Dan W for the $20 super chat. I will catch you all very, very soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone.